Okay, let's give this a fresh look. Price action has been lingering around inflection, and it has also been rejecting from it for some weeks now. So I think it could be fair to give this a fresh chart and a fresh new perspective out of respect to the ARCa Bulls team member requests. Welcome back to the channel on this Hump Day Wednesday. This is ARCa. Let's dive into ticker symbol FNGR. Let's kill him, team. What is up, you guys, and welcome back to the channel. Let's go ahead and dive into ticker symbol FNGR, and we're going to go ahead and give this a fresh new look, right? So we're going to look at this first from the daily chart, and just like always, right, just like a new ticker, let's just see what the behavior is like. Let's see what it's feeling like. Let's see what it's doing, that whole thing. Okay, team. So let's see from its, yeah, wow, this is around when we were looking at this, right? But it looks like there could be a macro falling wedge here, and there could be a breakout in order. All right, so let's kind of look at this. I know I had it drawn in another chart here, and I could honestly just put it together from that one chart. But now that I noticed it here on the daily time frame, maybe we could kind of go over the details like this, right? Something like this. And let me see if it can connect. Oh yeah, it connects. It connects okay. It's not bad. The last thing you want to do is force a formation like this, right? So, yes, today earlier in the day, somebody asked me to take a look at FNGR, and I noticed that there was a bullish engulfing happening. We were at about 4 hours away from closing the daily candle with a bullish engulfing, and it certainly did. So that's already something to kind of keep in mind, right? Next most obvious thing from a falling wedge formation is its volume profile, right? So from a falling wedge, you definitely want to see declining volume. We have that declining volume with declining price. That usually means that there's a potential weakness to the bear case. And seeing that we have now probably two bullish formations in line, then this thing could be ready for another leg up, but I'm not sure that it could be primary leg up, right? So let's just point out, just for the newbies here that don't know exactly what I mean by a bullish engulfing, what I mean by that is actually, I mean, this is a pretty nice candle too. It barely reversed anything from which it. This is what I mean. You see the wick there? That's as high as the price action went to, and then it came back down. So it's almost a completely bullish. What is it? The Harami candle, I think it was called. But yeah, take a look at this. This is the green candle engulfing the prior red one, and that body being engulfed by the green candle, that usually marks off a bearish engulfing. I'm sorry, a bullish engulfing. Now, the only thing I don't like about this bullish engulfing is the fact that it's printed during an upside, right? So that they're more effective, or the rules really state that they should be printed after a downside. So technically, if you can consider from down here to here, I guess it could be one. Even from here to here, it could be another one, right? So yeah, so I guess it does have some technicalities to it. Okay, so let's go ahead and measure some of these topside targets, right? So from the breakout, we would need to look at the first candle that broke out here that has no exposure to the inside of the break of resistance into support, right? So this is the conversion of this regression here. So from that point, we can take a trend line, right, from the top side of the triangle to the very bottom side, and then we apply it to that point there to attain a price objective. And the price objective here was it was 415. Price action closed today at 419. So fair enough, pretty good. Now the second target would be the center of the triangle. Let's get that. Arguably about, I would say about here. Right, so let's go ahead and take that trend line just like that. We apply it to that same breakout candle, right? Let's just move it to the side so that we can, spare some space. That's giving us $4.39. And it is also the resistance, or the opening of this candle here. The opening of this candle, yeah, is exactly 439 at this open here. I believe this one is 439 as well. This one's an opening of 440. Okay, so it is relevant. So now that gives us a little bit of space here, meaning that the 440 to the top side of the wick around 450 could be an area of resistance. Now, yes, I am favoring the upside here. That's just because the formation is a bullish formation. but we're going to go ahead and just state right now that the formation can be traded towards the downside. That's my little guy saying hello, team, just in case he gets a little louder. You know that he's just here chilling with daddy. All right, so take a look at this. $4.98 could be the next target to observe and the last one. And honestly, it's the it's the lesser of probabilities here, but it's still part of the trading rules. And we can also add a fib on this, right? So let's add it just from the day's high to the day low. Here we go. Okay, so the price action at 439 is coming to be very confluent to the area of about 446, and we were already talking about a 450 top side, right? So that's already looking pretty good. There is definite rhyming there. So let's go ahead and take the 439 here, take this price action to the 450, and we can always focus this right at the 1.618 golden mean at 446. We'll just leave a trend line just like that, right? So that's potentially one of the targets there, since we already met the first target today. Okay, now the next one is absolutely rhyming with guess what, right? Again, the 2.618 at $4.91, and we're looking at $4.98 for the psychological target. All right, so just a sec. Guys, my cat is jumping on my desk, and it's like a circus up in here, man. Okay, so let's get this 491 into perspective here and pull the 498 psychological target for the formation, right? And there you go. So these are the two potential bullish targets that we can observe. Now, remember that this can still fail, and it could still, make its way down and actually play the formation inversed instead of traditional, the way that it's playing it now. But I mean, we do have some pretty nice price action here. So the daily volume came in at let's take a look at that. Daily volume came in at 361,000. Yesterday was 400. Yesterday was 450. 384 a day prior to that which was Friday. Thursday 362. 462 on that Wednesday. Tuesday was 383, and then so it's relatively around the same area, right? So except that today was 361. It's had higher days. It's just a huge candle here, so that makes me feel a little apprehensive, but not to the point to where I'm going to call a complete shakeout here, right? So I don't think, at least, that So let's pull up momentum now, or you know what? Let me actually see what the 5-minute closer is doing. All right, so we're definitely. Let me see if I'm using the EMA. Yeah, I'm using the EMA 200 on the 5-minute as an orange, and it looks like price action has been kind of lingering around that EMA 200 breakdown here, and then reclaimed a test and continued on to the upside. And price action closed at 408 and 419 traditional. So that means here that if we're looking at this on a 5-minute time frame, there is a possibility of getting a retracement first. Either to test the SMA 100 at 406-ish, right? Or the EMA 200 at around 404. So let me look at the hourly time frame LRC here and see what we could come up with. So let me go ahead and pull up the linear regression channel and see where price action. Okay, so price action definitely closed inside of under the band here. So that means that there could be a downside here, and it looks like there is not inflection, but there is a critical support here at about 405 to around 404, which is already rhyming with the 406 to 404 that we were looking at from the SMA 100 to the EMA 200 on the 5-minute time frame. So that critical support could be the one here that we use as a bounce. If that doesn't happen, then price action would essentially capitulate to the area of around 393 before a pullback or a V-shaped recovery of sorts. Yeah. Okay. And you know what? Let me also take a look. Yeah. So this was the 6-hour time frame wedge. I knew I had it somewhere. Oh yeah. You know what, team? I can go ahead and just remind everybody right now. The seats are getting taken up, team. I just received another few emails today regarding the ARC Masters course. This is the last 16-week mentorship that I'll ever teach. Okay, as I will focus on my trading career, and that means, unfortunately, I'm going to have to let go of the the mentorship program. So please go ahead and send out an email here. The Track 4 students are due to start in January, and Track 3 students are already going on to their week number 6. So please make sure to take advantage of that as soon as you can before the seats get taken up. Complete that New Year's resolution. Do whatever tickles your pickle, right? And let's get a good start to 2024. So in its chart, I'm going to use momentum and volatility. I want to see where we are presently. So the hourly time frame, hourly time frame looks like there could be a pullback here, but we were already observing that potential, seeing that we closed underneath the band of the LRC and the hourly. Let's see the bi-hourly time frame. So bi-hourly time frames, it looks like it's finding some kind of support here, which gives validity to the 404 before a bounce to the upside, right? So this could be a short-term downside here and a continuation to the upside. Let's see the 4-hour. Yeah, 4-hour time frame. It looks like that's where it's at. It looks like this is the drop that we're gonna get to maybe around 404. Like I said, team, no problem if it drops to 390 something there, and just gets a price action bounce here. And the reason why I'm saying that is because of the RSI, right? So the RSI is currently sitting. Here, let me show you this, right? And pull this up. Yeah, so this please remember that I do have an RSI video explaining everything about the properties of the RSI. So I'm going to go ahead and try to add it here on the top right of your screen, that video, so you can understand exactly what I mean. But the RSI signal here would drop and find support from the bear weakness percentile, which would be the SMA 14 and the bear weakness percentile's gravitational zone right here. So we could find a bounce and a continuation to the upside. All right, so that could be a potential there, and it looks like the 4-hour time frame may be the sweet spot for it. So in the morning, I expect some downside in the morning, and then a recovery into the I'd say mid session, right, somewhere around there. All right, so let's move on. Let's look at the 8-hour time frame here, and 8-hour time frame, 8-hour time frame looks like it would be corrective here upon the 4-hour time frame, giving it its upside boost since I'm looking at volatility, since I'm looking at momentum as cascading, right? So shorter time frame has a big push to the upside that'll cascade into the larger time frames. And 12-hour time frame, I would feel more comfortable talking about this a little bit later, but we're definitely getting some money flow positive here. So yeah, and definitely an upside pivot on both the 8-hour and 12-hour time frame on stochastic momentum, with potentially a new expansion phase starting for volatility. Okay, team. So yeah, that's currently what I'm seeing here. We'll see about the price action. So if you have any questions regarding this, please, don't. I'm trying not to cover small caps as much anymore, right? But still, I will. I have to try to honor some of the ARCa Bulls member requests. But I really appreciate everybody for coming on by, team. Please remember to reserve that seat for your ARC Masters course and 16-week mentorship program before it's too late, and we shall move forward from there. Right, team? Okay, so please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. I need you to do your own due diligence, and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well. A very, very good rest of your night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios, team.